The crypto market continues to bleed, and XRP isn't escaping the fall. We're watching red across the board. Bitcoin slipping down to $82,000, Ethereum crashing below $1,900, and XRP dropping to $2.10. That drop brings us dangerously close to a critical support level at $2.08. If that level breaks, we could be looking at a fall toward the $1.80 range. So far, we've bounced off the support, but it's hanging by a thread. This isn't just about XRP. It's the entire market reacting to a mix of macroeconomic pressure and geopolitical uncertainty. Over $1.25 trillion was wiped off the U.S. stock market in just the last 24 hours. Add to that a $130 billion drop in crypto's total market cap, and we're clearly in one of those moments where everything feels on edge. Risk assets across the board are taking the hit. Part of the trigger was the latest PCE data from the US, 2.8% versus the expected 2.7%. A small difference, but enough to shake the already nervous markets. On top of that, US President Donald Trump has announced new pharmaceutical tariffs, adding fuel to the fire. When Wall Street is spooked, crypto usually follows. But as always, there's a bigger game being played behind scenes. Trump isn't simply lashing out with trade measures. There seems to be a coordinated shift happening. Some believe this chaos is intentional, a setup to justify a larger transformation of the financial system. And that transformation may very well include digital assets like XRP at its core. Meanwhile, peace negotiations between Russia and Ukraine remain stuck in limbo. Every few days, headlines swing between optimism and breakdowns, feeding market manipulation. One day we hear about progress toward a ceasefire, the next it's denied again. That uncertainty is yet another layer adding volatility to both traditional and crypto markets. Now, here's a very real warning for XRP holders. If the price breaks below $2.08, expect more downside, possibly all the way down to $1.80 or even lower. Keep an eye on that level. And if you're holding Tether on any European exchange, pay close attention. Tether will officially be banned across the EU in 2 days due to non-compliance with MiCA regulations. Exchanges like Binance are already urging users to convert to alternatives like USDC. Despite all this market pressure, there's progress worth noting. The FDIC in the US has now made it official. Banks can interact with crypto, XRP included, without needing prior approval. That opens the door wide for institutional adoption, especially once Ripple's lawsuit is fully resolved. And speaking of that case, once the SEC situation is finally behind us, Ripple will be free to sell XRP directly to institutional clients again. That's huge. It's what so many in the community have been waiting for, and now it's finally materializing. We're watching the pieces fall into place. Regulatory clarity, bank integration, and institutional access. Even as the charts show red, don't lose sight of the bigger picture. These are the moments when long-term plays are made. Be alert, stay informed, and don't let temporary noise distract you from the fundamentals. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is this a healthy correction or part of a bigger plan? Are we on the edge of a true financial shift? I want to hear your take. And if this update helped you make sense of today's chaos, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you're ready for what's coming next. The story of XRP is just getting started.